What up, my kids? What up, maniacs? I know y'all not up in the room yet because y'all a little bit slow or you're busy watching somebody else's channel. What up, though? Happy Friday to everybody. I'm going to just sit back and wait for y'all to come on in, up in here. Ah, boy. Oh, there we go. Okay, what up, Sean Williams? What up, Sean? What's happening with you, homeboy? H-Town in the building. Jerry Allen, what up, man? Kev, you fire? Why I'm fire? What's the matter? What makes me so fire? What makes me so fire, Weston? Oh, I was about to say, like, what did I do, man? Damn. You know, they always blaming me for something anyway. Shit. Not much, just chilling. Happy Friday, everybody, man. Hopefully y'all have a safe weekend. Jerry Allen, what up, homeboy? Let me see, what my favorite tune at, though?
Back in the days, wish I wasn't getting. 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 Back in the day, wish I wasn't getting.
What up? Appreciate the comments. It's all good, man. Sorry about the Nuggets, bro. Trust me. I know the feeling. Yeah, I hope you have a great weekend, too. Shout out to all the fly girls, pretty girls, the girls that look like men, the girls with haircuts so short you couldn't roll your hair with a staple. Oh, was it DJ Kev Mac tonight? No, I ain't doing no DJing, man. No, not me, bro. I'm cool, man. I'm just checking in with y'all, man. I see y'all been checking out the videos. The numbers are good. Comments are good. I think we got about, probably out of all the videos, probably about three haters out of all the videos. That's real good. That's excellent, actually. Play that one more time? Okay, I'll play it for you one more time.
Back in the days, wish I wasn't getting. 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 Back in the day, wish I wasn't getting.
All right. Was that good enough? I'm saving that for my intro, man. When I do the back in the day stories, we'll throw that up in there. They're not hating, you're not doing nothing. Well, I ain't been doing nothing in a long time now because they hadn't been hating lately. Jeff Ford, what up? We need some merch, man. I'm so tired of merch, man. Merch is like my downfall. I ain't doing no more merch, man. And plus, I get a lot of people that say they'll do the merch and they never do it. But I'm cool on the merch, man. Let me see. Oh, shit. OG Steve, good looking out, my brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I don't know how to turn my flashlight on my phone off. Okay, there we go. Where we at? Joe S. What up, Joe S? Alicia Mammy, what up, homegirl? How you doing? DJ Kev Mac. Boy, y'all killing me with that Kev Mac. Y'all got Jimmy Lavender down packed on me, huh? What's up, man? What you doing? Working?
Yeah, let me cut this news thing off. The shit's hijacking my phone.
Yeah, because you all we see is black. GBC Sanders, good looking out for the super sticker, my brother. Cambodia Town, Long Beach checking in. Okay, Cambodia Town, that's what's up. Long Beach in the building. Pacoima Red.
All right.
I'm from Mullen Ave and 54th. Is that right? You know Kev Mac? Who you know from around there, man? Mullen and 54th. You didn't know Antonio Crump. Wendell Nolan. How about Lil Wolf? Did you know Monster Cody and his brothers? Like, who you knew around Mullen from back in the day, though? What up, Cutes? We can't hear you.
What's up, homie? Could you hear me now? All right, I send my regards to the Mac kids and everybody.
Ask Cutes, did Big Chew from Broadway really run 30 laps a day on the yard?
Yeah, I had Big Chew would run 30 laps and Bonnie Hunter Dave, they both would run 30 laps every day, 5 days a week. But we were young. That wasn't a lot. And you got to keep in mind that Fossum's track is real small. You know, they made that track especially for that movie Jericho Mile. So when we saw that movie and that guy was going around that track real fast like that, that track ain't that big. In fact, it's real small. So 30 laps ain't 30 miles. Chew would run. This is how we would run by hours. So they would let the morning yard out around 8 o'clock, and then they would have the 10 o'clock unlock. So guys would run from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I seen guys play basketball that long.
Yeah, that's a trip. You can play basketball, but running is different because basketball, you can take breaks and slack on defense for a play or two.
Yeah.
Hey,
but some of the guys running would really run. I've seen guys run the whole yard.
I mean, if you're a runner, if you're a jogger or a boxer, I mean, you could do that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying basketball, you could cheat.
Hey, I understand.
Look, check this out, viewers. Since everybody talking about Pasadena and Austin, Texas and all that, everybody in the comment section right now, tell us what city you represent. What city are you in right now? Let's go up in the comment section, repping your city.
For sure.
Tuned in from Chicago. Okay, we got a Chicago guy in the building.
Welcome, Chicago, your hawk. That hawk's blowing the night.
Young Tiny, what up? We got East Oakland, Shaniqua. Should have known who that was.
Oaktown. Everybody
San
from
Bernardino, DC, Denver, New York, DC. Huntsville, Alabama, Lompoc, California, West Side Chicago, Oakland, Seattle, Tulsa, East Side, Long Beach, Planet Krypton. All right. I'd like to know where that's at. I need to sign my name on the welcome sign.
Shit, Planet Krypton is South Central LA.
Hub City, Watts, California, Frisco,
For sure.
92nd and Western. That ain't no city. Get out of here. You
92nd and Western's a good place to hang out. I used to stand up out there.
New Zealand, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's not a city, but all right, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
San Fernando Valley, Compton, Carson, Santa Fe Springs, Bakersfield.
Bakersfield, Cottonwood Road.
Florida, Minnesota, okay, Minnesota, St. Cloud, Compton, Northeast DC, Barstow,
Barstow?
yeah,
That's on the way to Vegas, I think.
Triple D, Bam and Rays in Texas, East Columbus, Spokane, Seattle, another Bakersfield, another
Yeah.
Minneapolis, another East Oakland, South Australia, View Park. Hey, stand up one time.
Mhm.
Manila, Philippines, a thriller in Manila.
Yeah, the Philippines.
Timbuktu. Compton, now living in the IE. Claiming Compton, but you moved to Riverside.
He might have moved to Pomona.
Newark, New Jersey. Everybody shouted it should be thumbs up too. 59th and Alvisa. Okay, stand up one time. Alberta, Allerton, Bronx. That's OG Steve. Peru, South America. Lima, Peru. Okay. Got some good cocaine out there still. Abbeville, Louisiana. That sounds a little country to me, my brother. Shout out to Louisiana.
Shout out to Louisiana.
South Central / Watts.
Okay. Let's walk down Central Ave tonight. Let's stroll.
Pomona, Southside Pomona in the building. Riverside.
I'll see y'all at the Pomona Fair this year. Well,
I knew you was going to say that. Okay. The set, Arlington Ave and 70th, big homie. All right, that's what's up.
He's in the hood.
Wisconsin. Shreveport, Louisiana. All right, all right.
A lot of our families come from the South.
Moreno Valley.
All right.
Dallas. I know you're looking for the Cowboys to win this weekend. Brooklyn now in Florida. All right, all right.
Florida.
Hey, OG on Fig. You should do a movie, big kid.
We're gonna go to the Coden Apartments.
Yeah, should we go on Figueroa to make the movie?
Why not?
I remember. Okay, that's it. So if you didn't rep your city, you're too late. It's over with. What's up with you though, Cutes?
Oh man, everything's good. I talked to my big homeboy, and he's gonna help me get my truck out so I could get off the motorcycle and not be riding these freeways in the rain and shit. So that's all good.
Okay, we got a 8 Mile in the house. You know Trick. Fort Benning, Georgia in the building. Sound like a slave town, but what's up? I see you throwing something up. Something magnificent.
Oh, throw up that 7. Let me show you how. Yeah. Out there.
Of course they did, man. Almost every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said Alicia Mammy, hella beautiful.
Oh yeah?
Hella beautiful.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's good to pay a compliment to a beautiful woman.
Cute. You like hella thoughts?
Who's that?
A thought is that hoe over there. That's Shaniqua.
Oh, well, you could train me or teach me. I don't know what that is. That's too cool of a dialect for me. I don't know what it is.
Shaniqua will tell you what a thought is. She'll show you what it is.
Yeah.
My man says 7 Up, OG Cutes.
For sure, man. I recognize. Sure.
Baby E said Cutes drive semi trucks. I just got off the road.
See, now that's what's happening, man. You could either double clutch it or you could just go by the RPMs, whatever pleases you. But just make sure you stop at all red lights.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Maniacs and Mac Heads from Young Tiny. Q's throwing up 107 like Big Whack from Underground.
Well, you know, 107, Moo Moo and us was like Ace Coon Boone's homeboy. I stayed on the 7.
Q's, do you know my uncle Michael Bradley, also known as Chili from Harlem Crip?
Yeah, Chili's my dog. Chili did the Mad Escape. Chili was running through the canal. Chili straight gangster with it. But
Man.
I hope he's free today. I hope he did a lot of years, man.
Well, let me tell you something, Red Rose. You know, a few people have mentioned that old dudes need to act and set their abilities to real thing. Well, check this out, bro. Don't nobody want to watch a bunch of old dudes recreating something when they were teenagers. Even in prison, like you would have to be super OG to be in your 60s reenacting some prison scenes. So that's something for the younger generation and for real actors, my bro. Even though I know you said that people should act, but yeah. All right, hit my DM. That's cool. Matter of fact, my brother from Southside was supposed to send me an email. I never got that email, bro. I was looking for that information. Did Tookie identify more with the gangsters or the Hustler card?
No, Tookie was an original West Side Crip. You got to realize the character of Stanley Tookie Williams and the character of Raymond Washington. Those guys were the founders of Crips. So they embraced the whole Crip nation, man. And any Crip that had any respect for the G's is going to, automatically, respect Big Took. It's going to be like, he don't have to choose sides. He was the Crip. He was the Crips Crip. Rebo Crips Crip.
Plug Low, Watts in the house, 7th Street Watts.
Mac Thomas, Crips Crip. Raymond Washington, Crips Crip.
So last night somebody asked me who was my Mount Rushmore of Crips. Cutes, who would you put on your Mount Rushmore?
Big Mouse, Tookie, Raymond Washington, Mac Thomas, and I'm gonna have a lot of figures up there. I'm gonna have a brother that we don't even talk about, and he was from the Grandies, Pretty Skip, put Pretty Skip up there. That was a down brother. I walked in my kitchen one day and he was in there frying eggs, and I said, "Hey, dude, are you lost?" And he says, "What's up, man? This is Pretty Skip. I'm here with Rusty." I said, "Hey, Rusty, why is Skip in here frying eggs, man? I'll leave Skip alone. Don't trip off of Skip." And I said, "All right, I ain't going to trip off of you, Skip. But you lucky Rusty's vouching for you right now."
Okay, so check it out, Cutes. Joe Mosley says, who was the first Crip you met? Was it Donald Archie, Tookie, or Melvin Hardy?
The first Crip I ever met, it had to be Tookie because I knew him before he was a Crip. You gotta realize me and Took, we were friends in the 60s. Took moved over there like 65 or 66. And his daddy had been living over there since 63. So yeah, Took had to be the first Crip I ever met. Donald Archie was the first Crip I had conflict with.
Yeah, I remember that conflict. You told us a couple of times.
Yeah, Donald. Raymond Washington was the leader of the Crips that I met when me and Little Took went up to the park. That brought everything to a head between our conflict.
Okay, so here go the thing. I believe it's only 4 people on Mount Rushmore. And dude said you got to add James Miller and Big Bob from Harlem to that mountain.
Man, if I'm gonna add some Harlems to the wall, I'm gonna put Mike, Dennis Johnson's big brother on there because he helped me take Crenshaw. I'll put him on there. I'll definitely put the Warlord on there. That's James Miller, the Warlord. He's going up on there. And I'm gonna put Stagger Lee on there. The Money Crip. Stag's going on there. And how many is that? That's how many I got? 3 already?
Man, you got 6 already.
There's too many good Crips, man. We need to make another statue. We need to carve some more shit. We need to get a bigger mountain face.
Need to carve the whole cliff, huh?
Yeah, we need a whole hedge of mountains.
My man said when I lived in Venice in the 80s, I remember seeing Looney from 60s and thinking that was a Crips Crip. Both of them dressed the part and played the part, so I could see that. Wow, you label Stag a Harlem and not a 60.
Well, because Stag was a Harlem first.
What do you give TQ?
TQ was a Harlem too.
Stag was that nigga.
Yep, TQ was Harlem before, and so was Stag. When they were little kids, they were Harlems.
Shout out to Nick. What up, Nick in Tequila, Washington? They said, OG Cuse, you done named 6 Crips already.
You guys is lucky you stopped me. I'd have kept going. Yeah, I didn't even put Mad Dog on there or Bulldog. That ain't right. You know I should have slammed them up on the mountain.
Oh yeah, Bulldog and Craig Crowder gonna always be.
Yeah, I should have put Craig on the mountain. There's so many good Crips, man. What about Melvin Hardy and Monkey Man?
See, I put Melvin Hardy on mine.
Yeah, and Donald Archie. Shit, sweetback.
I put Donald Archie on there by default because some people say Donald Archie was the one that bought West Side. So
yeah, and then don't forget Little James.
Yeah,
Batman.
But see, to me, that's what's good when you give a hard question like top 10 interviews.
Yeah, it's hard.
Mount Rushmore, because you can't give everybody. So the real question is, who can you separate from the rest of the pack if you can? That's really what it boiled down to.
Yeah, and then if you look at it, those guys were pretty brave in their activity, you know, so it's hard. It's hard to pick one over the other.
See, I did what Joe, I did exactly what Joe said. You got to pick one from the big 3, the East Side, West Side, and Compton.
Yeah.
And that's when I threw Donald Archie in there with them.
Yeah. If I pick out of Compton, I'm gonna get Mac Thomas. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows who Mac was. Maybe Popcorn, and 2 out of Compton. Compton had a lot of good Crips though. Vamp out of KK, people out JJ, KK and JJ. You know, Dinosaur. You know, they had a lot of we got a Bruno Bitter Dog, Longevity. You know.
Hey, Q's. I hit 500 viewers last night by myself. I couldn't believe it.
Well, you hit 500 viewers because you be talking common sense talk, man. You ain't on here with a bunch of jive and a bunch of hoopla, dude. You're keeping it real and down to earth. You act your age, bro. All these other people, they acting like characters and things off Saturday Night Live and all that bullcorn. But you ain't got time for that because you the original, you the uncut. You Kev Mac, the Mac man.
Are y'all gonna put Suma on the Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, you can put Suma on there because Suma represented good in the penitentiary.
But wasn't he a non-Crip when he caught his case? But his crime was a Crip.
No, Suma was Lightbulb. Lightbulb was a Crip with Sati and all of them inside of White TS.
Oh, okay. All right.
And he came up to the long table and sat at my table.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What other Comptons was at the table?
Well, Lightbulb came up there and sat at the table and shit. There was one Pyru, but the Pyrus didn't buy into the peace treaty, but he used to come up there because he liked it to come up there and talk to Bulldog. He would come up there, but I don't know. the big Bear would go and get them because Bear was in YA with him. So Bear would drive out there in Bulldog's Wildcat and pick up Lightbulb, who was Suma, and bring him up to the table. Suma didn't stay out that long.
All right, check this out. I mean, you got a million questions, so I'm not gonna get all of the questions. I'm gonna make that disclaimer right now for you. I'm not gonna answer all these questions, but somebody want to know.
You know what I respect about the questions these days? No one's trying to ask me dumbass shit that pisses me off.
Real Mac is the maniacs ain't gonna do that. Newcomers, no kids or haters will do that. Cute. Who were the high rollers in the 1970s when you was a kid?
Tootie Weiss, he was number one. These were the older men we were teenagers. Now keep in mind, these were the men. So you had Tootie Weiss, you had Step. He owned the pool hall on Western in 69. He took all of the Magnificent Sevens. He took all the Crips in the neighborhood up under the wing and let us hide our stuff up in the pool hall. So he was a high baller. You know, back in the day, they used to have gambling shacks all up and down Vernon, you know, Jefferson, all in the back streets, the big ass houses. They had basements, and a lot of the basements was turned into gambling shacks. And Step used to go in the gambling circuit, and he would take me with him. And the older dudes would be nervous because Step's bringing in a youngster that could see, you know, all this money and everything. So Step would always tell me that they don't like when he brings the kid. But I would always have a gap, and they would search us, but they could never feel the flat of a 32 because I knew how to stash it real good. And I would always get it through. But some of the best ballers back then was Fast Black. You had Eddie. You had him. You had, you had
what about Alden?
Alden didn't start hustling until later. We were all Crips. So we didn't really care about money when we were cripping. Our minds wasn't focused like having jewelry and we just wasn't materialistic. We were khakis, you know. It took a while for us to wanna, you know, start hustling and shit.
This question from Booney to Foolie. Did you know OG Turtle from Santana Block Crips?
OG Turtle was best friends with my little brother Rusty, and everybody came in the joint. They would say, "Turtle loves your brother, man. Turtle loves your brother Rusty, cutes." And I would say, "Well, I haven't met Turtle, you know, because I was locked up doing Turtle's reign."
All right, Hot Rod wants a pigeon story, and yeah, I got some pigeon stories. I don't know. I don't have no long drawn out ones.
Well, let's hit a cage, man. What
okay, look. So that was gonna be the first one.
Okay.
And the second one was about hitting a cage. And
all right, I want to hit a cage. I want to hit a cage with Little Took. You hit a cage now, and then I'll tell mine about hitting a cage.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell about when I hit a cage, but it got to do with it. So in 1979, that would be the end. That would be the beginning of my 7th grade year. So sometime in late 79, I don't think it was 79, it had to be 1980. So in 1980, I'm in junior high school. I'm in the 7th grade. I'm going to Webster Junior High School. And my brother was kicked out the house already. He was already gone from the house for 2 years. 3 if you include the prior when he was kicked out the first time. So bro don't live with us. I'm not really communicating with bro at the time. And I come home from school one day and I go in the backyard and we got a fucking 2-story pigeon cage in the garage.
Damn.
And I'm like, what is this shit? And I go look in it. It's a pigeon cage. Now, all right, so what? It's a pigeon cage. A couple days go by, and now it's Friday. And I come home from school. And I go in the backyard. I got about 106 pigeons in the cage. My brother
Damn,
came and built the pigeon cage, then went and hit a cage and bought me all the pigeons. And that's how I started raising pigeons.
that's cool. Your brother wasn't no shit to get all them damn birds.
Man, he was a fool. But I got a lot more stories like that. And then I'm gonna let you tell your story. But one day I had to be in I had to be in 10th grade, maybe ninth grade. Let me see. I'm not sure. It had to be like 1982 or 1983. This little, short, buff, dark-skinned man. Now I'm saying man because I'm still in school.
Yeah.
He's like a man, but he's short. Like if he tried to take off on me, I could fight him. I could get with this dude. You know what I'm saying? I could go blow for blow with this dude. Like he pokes no fear in me at all. And dude say, hey, man, he said, let me have a pigeon. I'm like, what? He like, let me have a pigeon. No, you can't have no pigeon, man. My brother killed me. I give away a pigeon. All right, man, you can't have no pigeon. So I said, well, he said, man, I ain't gonna lie. He said, these are the best birds I ever seen. He said, how old is your brother? So I tell him how old my brother is. And he said, well, I pick up my niece from 54th Street School across the street every day at this time, and I'll be seeing your pigeons up, man. You got some good ass pigeons. And I said, well, thanks, man. So I come home from school like 2 days later, and my pigeon cage is empty. All my damn birds is gone. I'm mad and I'm scared because bro gonna whoop my ass when he find out his pigeon's gone. But then I'm hoping my brother came and took the pigeons. So I'm out there, I'm mad, I'm scared. And then I see a pigeon come back. And then another one, and then another one. Then I see like 12 of them, and then like 5 of them. A whole bunch of them came back. So I said, okay, somebody close by and hit my cage. The birds are home, so they knew to come back. So as the days went by, more and more pigeons came back. Damn near every single bird. Damn near the whole 106 came back. Well, later on, I find out who stole the bird. But we grown now. We grown, and he getting ready to die, and he damn near know he finna die. It was my homeboy Rico.
Damn.
My homeboy Rico hit her.
Rico was scandalous,
Yeah,
man.
he was scandalous.
Man, he was scandalous.
Yeah.
And he must have been a little older than y'all.
He was a lot old. He was about 3 years older than me, but I knew Rico from elementary, but I see all the other homies because I went to school with their brothers or sisters. I didn't see Rico for a while. So I don't even recognize that's Rico from 54th because he's a man now. But he was a little man. He wasn't no big dude. He was a little man.
Yeah.
But that lets you know, though, he wasn't no good pigeon raiser. He didn't know what he was doing because he didn't home the birds. He let them up too soon.
Yeah, and he was tripping.
Yeah, of course.
He was tripping. Yeah, well, you go hit a cage, you got to hit it early in the morning. So we left out like 2 o'clock in the morning, and the cage we were going to hit, which wasn't cool, was just 2 blocks away. So me and Little Took, we hit the gates. We jumped into the dude's backyard. We tried not to make noise. Pigeons don't crow like chickens, but what they get to doing when you wake them up and they can't see in the dark, they blind. So they get to moving around. And if you got a bunch of pigeons in one cage, one might knock over a pan, or you just start, I tell it Took to be quiet. Man, be quiet, be quiet. And dude had a sensor light in his backyard. So the bright ass sensor light came on and it just illuminated the whole backyard. And now we in the cage. Then I see this big old shadow because this dude was big and tall. So we see the shadow of the big old dude, and he's like walking around with his gun. And I'm like, be quiet, don't say nothing, don't say nothing. And then he's looking. You can't see where we got in the cage at. Can't see it. So he's looking, walking around his backyard looking. Then he goes in, the sensor light cuts back off. But dude is just in his window. He's just sitting in the kitchen. Even though the light's out, he's in the kitchen. So the first person come out of the cage is Little Took with the bag. Dude, the back door slams open, the back screen, pow. The Took takes off running down the side of the driveway. You could hear this dude's big old naked feet just hitting the pavement. Pow, 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 chasing Took down the street, just chasing him. I'm still in the cage. I'm like, oh, shit. But his wife comes out. Some more people come out. Now they all in the backyard, but I'm huckled down inside of the cage. So I get behind the boxes where all the eggs and everything, I squeeze up between that shit. I want to get out of there and run and leave. But dude and them, they all come back. Now the backyard's full of people. Dude's looking around in his cage and shit. His wife says, come on, honey, let's go back in the house. They didn't get anything but that one bag of birds. And you could just hear him. He's mad, cussing and shit. Man, as soon as they went inside of the house, I came up out of the side of the thing where we had cut all of this chicken wire. We had cut that all down. I came out of there and just split, man. But that was the last cage. That was the last cage that I hit because we could have got shot that night. And dude, he chased the Little Took all the way to the corner, basically, and he was half dressed, but he didn't care. But he couldn't catch Stan. He couldn't catch no Took because Took had hit gates and shit. But yeah, man, that was it. Stealing birds. That's what you got to do sometime. If you want to fill up your cage, you can't afford to buy a pigeon. I mean, you could buy like 2 or 3 with your allowance or cutting grass or whatnot, but you can't fill up a cage. Birds are expensive. Back then, that was a lot of money.
See, here go my thing, that a lot of you older guys, I don't know about you, but a lot of older guys, they didn't know how to breed pigeons.
Yeah.
So I came up learning the pigeon game on my own, and I bred pigeons, so I didn't have to buy all these pigeons.
Yeah.
But being a kid, sometimes I couldn't afford enough feed for the pigeons. So I would feed them rice and bread, and that's too light for them. That ain't a proper diet for them. So they would get lightheaded and die and shit like that. Or they go up and they start spinning. They're not strong enough to come out the row and roll down and kill themselves.
Yeah, and you got to feed them something. When you can't get that grain, you can't go in Alameda. You can't go to the feed store. Exactly. So you got to feed them popcorn. And popcorn will make them fat. So if you feed them popcorn, they're going to it's going to be the complete opposite. Yeah,
they'll eat a lot of popcorn. They'll gain a lot of weight, but popcorn by itself ain't healthy for them, though.
Yeah. But you only
you said, they need that grain. They need that pigeon grain.
Yeah, they need that mixture. Mixture with the grain, the seeds. But when you run out of food, everybody say, okay, man, make some toast and toast the bread. You just feeding them enough to where you get a little hustle, and you can go buy a 10-pound sack, 5-pound sack. Right. You'll run through a sack. Depends on how many birds you got. You'll run through a sack.
Cutes, I used to buy a $2 bag. Did they have that in your day? Was it less than $2?
Yeah, they had the $2 bag, about a $2 bag. Yeah. You got to mix it with other shit, though. You got to mix it up. Yeah. I tried to give my birds chicken feed one time, and my buddy said, don't do that because the chicken mash, it'll make them too fat. He said, don't give them the chicken mash because the bags were cheaper. So I try to feed them that. But man, if you guys want to stay out of trouble and you want to do something with your kids, then get them a hobby with some live animals. Raise some pigeons or some chickens. Do something in the backyard. Don't have them sitting up on them damn video games all day. Build a pigeon cage.
Yeah, they don't do that no more.
Yeah, build some go-karts.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, Shaniqua said raise hawks. All right, check this out. There was a dude they call His name is Eric. Eric stayed on Paloma and King Boulevard. So Eric was actually my brother's friend, so he was older than me. So I go to the east side one day, and ain't nobody to hang with, so I go over to Eric's house. I go in the backyard with Eric, and he got this big ass see-through cage like that you would keep a chicken in or keep rabbits in, and he got a big ass hawk in the cage. And I'm like, man, what you doing with a hawk? And the hawk he looked vicious. He was very aggressive, and he was trying to get out. I'm like, man, what you doing with a hawk? He said, man, it's better to catch him and keep him than to let him go, and then he be getting my birds, or he go breed, and now there's more hawks to get my birds. So he said, I'm gonna keep this thing. And he used to stick sticks in there and torture the hawk. But I don't know how long he kept the hawk, but I was like, damn, that shit's crazy. He actually caught a hawk.
You can feed a hawk liver. Hawks will eat raw liver. They really like to eat mice. So they like to eat shit that's alive.
Can I tell you a hearsay story?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I never asked my brother about it. Because back then when we was young, if I asked him, he probably would have hit me in the head with a hammer. But we had a neighbor, and he was a mean ass neighbor. And he had a brother, and his brother thought he was harder than him. And his brother stayed like by Monster Nam, like Hillcrest and 54th.
Yeah.
I think, matter of fact, on the same side of 54th as Monster Nam.
Yeah.
So one day, dude comes over and he says, "What's your crazy ass brother?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "Is he still in jail?" I'm like, "In jail?" Like, I'm thinking he's being stereotypical. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Yeah, I caught that punk breaking into my neighbor's pigeon cage, and I drew down on him, and I made him stay in the cage until the police got there and arrested him."
That's fucked up. That ain't right.
But I never asked my brother if it was true though.
Well, your brother was smart, because if he would have came out, the buster would have probably shot him.
Yeah, the way he was acting, he damn sure would have.
Yeah, he would have got a justified homicide, shooting a little kid over a cage. I remember they killed the kid for just climbing the gate, dog. The kid climbed the gate, went into Pepperdine. Pepperdine, before it moved to the Malibu campus on Malibu Canyon Road, up on the hill, Pepperdine was on Vermont in the 70s. And little kid, man, he ran through the school in the fog, and this crazy ass security guard that would chase us shot and killed the kid. Yeah. Killed it for what? For nothing. For just running through the yard where the school was, the university.
Somebody said, try to get Boxer from convict perspective. He spent time next to cell with Monster Cody and a relationship. Hear it from a northern perspective.
Well, give us the perspective. We welcome that.
Bats have rabies. Stay away from the when COVID came, I seen some bats in Vegas, but I haven't seen none since then.
Well, go to Folsom Prison and you'll see bats in the winter. They fly all through the building.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep, they fly through one building. The bats fly through one building. That's why they used to call it Dracula's Cave. So you going down in the Dracula's Cave. You going down in the dungeon. They got straight bats.
New Zealand, what's up, New Zealand? I see bats in Atlanta. I heard that, Shaniqua.
And a bat is nothing but a flying rat.
Yeah, and some of them rats in the city, they got rabies too. They got a venereal disease.
Yeah. You know, if you get bit by anything and they suspect that it had the rabies in it, bites you, they got to give you the rabies treatment. They stick needles all through your stomach, your navel. Man, that shit was crazy, man. You get all of those needles stuck in you, you would rather get the rabies.
Man, I was just about, man, I'm so glad you said that. Look, being a kid, living by myself, and bro coming over building shit, and I'm trying to be like him, I'm building shit. Remember, I'm young. I'm like, let's see, 12, 13 years old. So I don't have a lot of new nails. I'm reusing nails, so I got rusty nails.
Oh
And
shit.
I would step on them rusty nails, man.
Yeah.
And mom's like, you gotta go to the hospital, you gotta get some shots. And I go to the hospital and I don't remember exactly what happened. I didn't get no shots, but they messed up that day because every time I stepped on a rusty nail after that, I never told my mother.
Hell no, you could have got lockjaw.
Yeah, that's what they told
Your
me.
jaw would either locked open or it would have locked shut.
Yeah, they
Imagine if it
told me
would have
that.
locked shut on you. You wouldn't been able to eat. If it locked open, then you ain't gonna be able to shut your mouth.
Hey man, I did not
You look
want no
like
shot.
baboon. You look like baboon on Felix the Cat. Oh damn.
G Rock said COVID bats. That's right.
Yeah, shit.
I hit
Yeah.
I hit a cage one time on the east side, and their pigeon cage was in an alley, and a dark alley. And I go through the back, and I'm trying to get in the cage. I can't really get through the cage, but they got one of them holes, a trap door.
Yeah.
I took a pillowcase, so I reached my hand in there, and every pigeon I could catch, I put
Yeah.
in a pillowcase. I believe that's the only cage I ever hit. I don't remember hitting no other cages.
Damn, Kev, I thought you was like one of the best cage hitters on the west side.
No, that's a burglar, man. Like I don't get in pigeon houses. I get in people's houses.
Okay. Shit. You know what? I used to like to steal dogs. I would scout out some dogs and go hit. I would like go through several backyards to get to a backyard, to get to a Doberman, a Shepherd, a Boxer, a Pit Bull, a Bulldog. These was the kind of dogs I would steal. People now, they be stealing those French Bulldogs and all that. I didn't steal. I would go past those little lap dogs. I was looking for these man stopper dogs, and I would
Right.
just go get them. And that's all I did in the '60s. Basically, was every time I went to juvenile hall, it was for either stealing something, but stealing dogs. I did that, man, for years. Yeah.
The movie Colors did not affect gangs in LA at all. Yeah, French bulldogs, they got a little price tag on them. We was going after, like you said, the man stopper. I like pit bulls.
Yeah. I mean, now I look at it now, I be saying, dang, so man, a little kid, he's walking this little French bulldog and shit, he's in danger. I'm like, because they like the hottest dog to steal.
Man, I walked out about a week ago, and there was this white lady, and she had one of them French bulldogs, and the dog was barking, going crazy at me, pulling her leash, and she like, no, stop it, stop it. And for whatever reason, I think she was scared or something, she dropped the leash. When that dog realized it was loose, it went back to her. I'm like, man, that dog can't protect nobody.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess people just get them because they fancy, they cute. They really are cute. I mean, I could look at one and say, man, if I just found it, then I would keep it. Like one time I found a pug and I kept it until I sold it. I kept it and I liked it. And then the proposition, I had to sell it. I just said, dang, man, I'm just going to sell it now. But I enjoyed it. I'm gonna send you a video of it playing with my other dog. The pug, you know how much money pugs go for?
No.
It depends on what color you get. So they come in black, they come in apricot, and they come in fine. I had like a apricot. No, he was more fine. So I was able to get like 800 for him. Yeah, I got it. 800 for me.
Hey, the General Blood said, damn, cutes. I seen Lucius from Brims at a funeral 2 weeks ago and took a picture. Wish I
Did
could
you?
share it on here.
Oh man,
So this is how you can share the picture.
Lucius is my best friend, man. So as you gotta send the picture to us so we can put it up.
I'm gonna tell you how to share the picture. You can email it to me right now at this address, and I'll post the picture.
Yeah, and I'll tell a story about Lucius, about us being downtown at the State. The shows had names. They had the State in the World. One of those shows was a Crip show, and one was the Brim show.
Yeah, they are. Shaniqua said they selling dogs for $10,000 now. They are.
Yeah, but they them rare colors. You're not gonna find those unless you know where to go. Those are the ones that got them. They didn't bred those French bulldogs now so they could have long hair. They could be like calico, with all them different colors, like a calico cat.
Damn.
They cost a lot.
I just sent you the email address, my brother, my Damo brother. Let me do it again.
Yeah. Some dude was asking me one night, I'm out in the parking lot, and he said, "Hey, Coots, man." He said, "I need you to tell me something, man." I said, "Okay, ask me, man." He said, "Hey, man, he said, how you doing?" All right. He said, did the Brims, did the Brims start the word, did the Brims start the word blood? And then I said, "Hey man, check this out." I said, "I'm a Crip, man." I said, you asking me that, I'm gonna tell you something, and then you could put this in history, and this is gonna be true. The Brims was the first rival gang of the Crips, and that was before there was a word blood. Now, if you want to find out who started the word blood, you got to let the Brims and the Pyrus iron that out. And he said, "OG, you keep it real." And he just left. And I said, "That's it right there. I got to iron it out." Because it ain't my job to iron it out. It ain't my job to disprove it or prove it. But I know the first anti-Crip gang was the Brims. And that was before he even said the word blood. It was before there was even a rag. We knew them by the sign of their hats and the way that they wore their hats. That's how we knew who they were.
QC, it looked like you broke into a stripper locker room.
Well,
are you looking for the money or the girls?
There ain't nobody here. This is the locker room at work. Ain't crazy, Kev.
They said, "Cuse, you nailed it, man. You nailed it."
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100, man.
Cuse is one of the last of the Mohicans.
Yeah, I got respect, for this history, man. As long as we keep our history right and don't nobody try to take it over the top and make up some, bullshit, and I got to come on here and check the facts on them, then everything's going to keep rolling smoothly as long as I'm alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I got to tell you about the homie when we get off live.
Okay, cool. I
Yeah,
wanted to thank the Mac heads who sent me a few bucks. I appreciated that. I went and got some dog food. I put some gas in my ride, so that's good. So when you send me money, I'm not using it to buy dope. I'm not using it, to support a negative habit, because I don't got any of those negative habits anymore. So I don't like giving nobody no money if I know they're gonna go use it to buy alcohol do self-destructive shit. I'm not gonna support no grown ass motherfuckers' habits. So when you send me something, understand that I'm using it, in a constructive way, not a destructive way.
Well, I'm gonna
And I
go get some.
appreciate.
I'm gonna go get some pigeons, man. Y'all gotta donate for the birds to eat.
You ain't gonna build no cage.
No, if I get a house, I am.
Oh yeah,
Otherwise,
well,
I'm not.
I wouldn't mind building a little cage. I mean, I could have like 20, huh?
Yeah, 20 is a whole kit.
Yeah, I mean 20. I started out with 20 before, till I
Yeah.
got busted with 40, and then my mom made me downsize to 0.
Hmm.
But
Let
I
me
could
see.
I could handle 20.
I want to play Cutes when Cutes gets a movie. Okay, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
Was the
But hey,
Gladiator's
homie,
rival?
you ain't gotta worry about no Crips like me or Raymond or Took or James Miller, Mac. You ain't gotta never worry about Hollywood trying to give us nothing, dog. So our legend lives on within us. So and that's enough. So it's all good. All they want to do is make superheroes out of white boys. Want to make Italians the ultimate gangster, but every time they get busted, they tell. And so they don't want to make black men look strong. They don't want they don't want us. They want to put us in a dress, make
Well,
clowns out of us. They like that. They'll do that. They
well,
they don't
let
want
me.
no serious brother. They don't want that image. They don't
No.
want nobody to emulate us.
Well, you can't have a black superhero because then you're glorifying something.
Yeah, yeah. And they glorify everything that they ever done.
But that's part of the brainwashing because black people attack me more for glorifying gangs than white people do.
Yeah. And all you gotta do is go to the theater. I don't even go to the movies no more.
And they say cute.
I don't even got a TV.
They say cute. You are a superhero, and they said, imagine if we never ran across cutes, our history would be in trouble.
Yeah, because some people was trying to say some weird ass shit.
Harlem Love, cutes live in Vegas now. What? Black.
Shoot, I don't live in Vegas.
If I get a house, I'm gonna start breeding pigeons. Them is the funnest part of raising pigeons.
Yeah, breeding's good. You gotta watch the eggs, watch how they sit on them. You got
19 days, baby. They're gonna bust open. You can see the squab coming up out the egg, man.
Yeah, 19 days.
I,
Dogs only take 9 weeks.
yeah. If you put sand in a nest, the sand will help keep the eggs warm. So the eggs can hatch a little bit earlier and a little bit healthier. But because if the eggs don't stay warm enough but decent, they'll hatch about 21 days. You don't want no handicapped eggs hatching, man. That's the
But
worst. But then you got
I,
to kill the bird, or you just got to raise a handicapped bird.
yeah, but you don't want your bird to hatch the eggs in the winter either, though,
No, they,
because
they know they know when to have the babies and when not to.
yeah. You want them to be like in the warmer months.
Yeah, you take them, you separate the males from the females until you're ready for them to hit.
Yeah, there's
Kev
fun
Mac
keeping.
asked Cutes, were the Denver Lanes, what were the Denver Lanes before they were Denver Lanes, or Bloods who occupied that area?
Let me tell you, the Denver Lanes is an old set like the Brims. The Denver Lanes go back before the Crips. The Denver Lanes were Denver Lanes. Those are the Denver Lanes. You talking about Snake? You talking about later on Paddlefoot? Talking about shit. I used to know all the Denver Lanes, but a lot of their names, I forget to this day. But
Oh shit.
that game,
Oh shit.
what happened?
Oh no, I accidentally hit the wrong button.
Well, that's okay. But I want you guys to know for history that the Denver Lanes preceded the Crips. The Denver Lanes preceded a lot of the other gangs. Uh, which later become blood gains.
Beach Boss, Paddlefoot is gonna die, man. So get ready to go crazy, man. You can't save your dog. Your dog is going to die. Just go.
What?
Beach Boss, white guy in Florida. His dog named Paddlefoot is about to die, and he's gonna go crazy if his dog dies.
Well, I would go crazy too. Shit, you get really attached to a dog. Bring him in the house and make him comfortable, keep him warm, and make sure he eats. Because if he's eating and drinking water, he's going to live another day. It's when they stop eating, that's when they go fast. If you keep them eating and you keep them warm and drinking water, he going to live another day.
Okay, listen. The professor Eyeball Torres says pigeons are scavengers, like seagulls and my uncles. Now the uncle part is kind of funny, but let me say this: a domestic pigeon is like a coyote opposed to a dog. Like you raise a dog, you raise pigeons. You got wild coyotes, you got wild dogs, you got wild pigeons. So what I'm saying is, the pigeons that we raise are not scavengers. The pigeon that we raise are pets. They do tricks. They roll, they tumble. You know what I mean? Parlors roll on the ground. Half parlors that just go up to the roof and roll right back down. You got fantail pigeons. You got pigeon muffs. You know, there's all kind of different kind of pigeons that you raise. And so, no, they're not scavengers, bro. They'll sit up in there and you raise them. You know what I mean?
Hey, what's the brother's name, Kev?
Eyeball Torres.
Hey, Eyeball, after you get off tonight, look up the trumpet. Look up the fantail. Look up the different pigeons, the different breeds that they got now, and look at them, and you'll see that they ain't scavengers. They got birds by design, you know. But they do got pigeons that outside of domestication. They got the wild commie, you know. But if you cut one of these golden breed birds into a commie, you could still get a parlor out of that, or you could get a bird that'll tumble. You get some good colors out of that. You know, so you could even bring the scavenger in, and his offspring could become supreme.
Right. Let's see, cutes.
Yeah, that's the fantail. Mine was like that, but he was Coco. Mine was completely Coco, man. He didn't like to fly. He would just walk around. Yeah, we lived like 3 years too.
Mm-hmm.
One of those today probably costs $150.
Yeah. So let me see.
Okay, look at the trumpet. Show him the trumpet.
All right, hold on one second.
Well, my trumpet was so cool. All them teenagers was trying to get him. My daddy came out there, boy, with that 32. He said, if you don't get out my yard. I said, well, what's going on? They trying to steal the birds. And my dad had chickens in the backyard.
See these pigeons, man?
They ain't lit up yet. It's still dark on my screen.
Oh, my bad. I wonder why.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't see him. But hopefully the maniacs can see him.
I'm sure they can. That's what you had, accused the trumpet.
Yeah, but I can't see him. But the trumpet, he had feathers growing out of his nose. He had a top notch on his head. He looked like he was in battle gear.
Damn, you had a trumpet and a top notch in the same bird?
Man, the trumpet that I had feathers on his feet. He had a top notch on his head, and he had feathers coming out of his nose.
Damn.
That's how pretty he was. And he could fly. And he flew away.
Yeah, y'all. So that's just some of the different looks. I used to like the cream ones. Cream was a rare color.
Yeah, cream.
Liked the cream ones. And I used to breed birds until I could try to get a cream, and Finally, I got a black and a red to spit out creams, and I would sell those. And then people that got them would breed them and get creams. I'd be like, man, I want that baby. And yeah,
What's the most you ever sold a bird for, Kev?
the most I sold a bird for probably 50, but the most I paid for a bird, I used to buy birds for $100.
Oh, that's good. That's high. Hell yeah. The most I brought a bird for was about $60. The most I ever sold a bird for was about $30.
Look, Shaniqua said my dad had pigeons. That's how I know about the clapping and flipping.
Yeah, you clap because that emulates the sound of a hawk or something, some predator coming to them, and they go crazy. And that's why they get to flipping, and they be like, what the hell is that? You know, you ever had a bird and he goes up and he makes his own self clap? Like you can hear him pop his wings real hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a healthy bird. He's scaring the rest of them when he does that.
A lot of them were tail set. I hate tail setters.
Yeah.
And cutes. Shaniqua's from up north. She's from Oaktown, right? So what you really was trying to say was that she would be on the track clapping and flipping dudes. That's what she was trying to say.
I'm not gonna believe it. I ain't gonna believe it, Shanika. Don't worry, I ain't gonna believe it.
So what birds they 30,000 for? Birds that don't fly go for less than that.
For shit.
Kev Mac, ask Q's, do you know any Fortray Hoovers? Wouldn't they be from your era?
Fortray, yeah. I knew Zoom from Fortray. I believe Zoom was from Fortray. Zoom from over there.
Q's, did you ever hear about the Black Cobras before they were Acton Park Boys?
No. I never heard of the Black Cobras. That was probably during Craig Munson's time in Bird. That was probably during their time.
Yeah, Q spoke on OG Bamm from the hood before. The older Bamm, Cutes.
Brian.
I don't know his name.
Okay, he's from the 60s.
Yeah, but he was a West Side Crip.
Oh yeah, that's Brian Martin. That's Big Bamm.
Mm-hmm.
I just talked to him the other day.
For real? He out?
Yeah, he's my buddy. He did a lot of years.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, he be exercising. He still exercises. He had a stroke, but he bounced back from it. Yeah.
Now they want to know if you ever heard of the 6 Tray Hoovers.
6 Tray, 63rd Street. 63rd Street Hoovers.
See, here go the thing.
Okay, now let me tell you guys something.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you guys got to understand, all of that territory used to be Brim territory.
But he's referring to in the 60 hood.
Okay, so yeah, but what side? He got to give me a street, a busy street, and then I
the 63rd.
Nah, man, that's all 60 neighborhood.
See, here go the thing. A lot of guys on the internet, they'll hear somebody mention a set, and then they want to know more about this set. But you got to understand, some of these sets, these satellite sets only lasted a few months or a year. And never caught on, never got no recruitment, never had no gang fights, never held no territory. So these are inside things that you guys are hearing. This is not no reputable big gang that had a good run and went to war with anybody. You got to remember, and it's simple to remember, if all the Crips got along until 78, then if there was a Crip set that were around back then, they all got along. So it's like
it didn't make no difference. Everybody was getting along.
Bigger gang in the hood.
Yeah.
The bigger gang always absorbs the smaller gangs. Except for if you let somebody like the Legend Crips come and you think they're gonna be nobody, next thing you know, they spring up and now they can battle and contest some of the gangs in and around them.
Yeah, but all across Vermont, you go across Vermont, well, from Butlong, I'm not even gonna go to the Vermont. I'm gonna go to Normandy. We go to Normandy. Back in the day, all of that was brims over there.
Mhm.
All of that, all the way back to Broadway. They had a lot of territory, and they had streets. They had one street on 90th in Vermont, 90 something in Vermont. They had some apartments they had took over there, down the Ray, and then took over an apartment that was in the hundreds off of Imperial, and we would go up in there fighting them, and we would know where they would be at when they would make a clove, but they would actually make cloves. They had a clove on 70th in Normandy and Butlong.
So yeah, they had Concrete Scholar, what's up, man? With that photon 10 light. Broadway brims. Dude from 40s want to know if you know anything about the Broadway brims.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling them. All of that was Broadway.
Okay.
And the treetop, all of them, they were the Broadway brims.
Okay. Cute. How about what did the homie say? Oh, the homie said, can you tell them anything about Bobby Priest and the Six Tray Gangsters?
Bobby Priest was Harlem, and Six Tray, 63rd Street Gangsters. I don't remember the 63rd Street Gangsters.
Okay.
I remember the 8 Tray Gangsters. I don't remember the 63rd Street Gangsters. Now, who lived over there? You had Anthony Hatchett and all of them and his crew. Anthony Hatchett had his own crew. He used to get a parties over by the track. He stayed right off of Gage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't know. He had 5, 6 syndicates over on the other side of Normandy.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Cole, Binky Cole, Scott Cole, the Cole brothers, and there was a lot more supporting those. Big Looney, you know, they represented over there.
Man, yeah, we spoke on the catwalks a few times. Cutes had asked me where did the name come from, and
Yeah,
talked about them a few times.
Comes
I'm not
from
going
the
to keep going
past.
with Catwalk Crips. Once again, a lot of you guys are hearing these names from interviews, and you probably think they bigger than what they was and stuff like that.
So some of these gangs only last the summer, but they created a rep because something happened during that time. Like, for instance, a lot of people say, okay, they were AC Deuces. The original AC Deuces from the low bottoms, you know, some of these gangs broke up not because Crip gangs turned them out.
right.
I could name 2 gangs that would have been blood gangs, but never made it to become blood gangs, but they were rival of Crips. So let's look at the AC Deuces. Let's look at on them. The reason they broke up is because 2 founders of them one of the founders ended up killing the other founder. That's how they broke up, basically. And then when you look at the other gang over there off of Main Street with the bourgeois, the reason the Walnuts broke up is because one of the founders killed another founder, and that's how they broke up.
All right. So look, what generation would you put Bobby Priest in as a Harlem Crip? First or second generation?
I put him in first.
And if he was a second generation, how many big name Harlems would be second generation?
I didn't know any second generation Harlems. I only knew first.
Thank you, Q. OG Q, what's your number so I can ask you the questions?
You're tripping.
Man,
Yes, you can ask questions right here, homie. That way I can share with everybody. Because, see, the kind of questions you guys are asking me, there's nothing wrong with me answering them. Because you guys are G's. You guys are asking legitimate G historical questions because you want history. And I like giving history.
oh man, that's a trip. Cutes, you know any shotguns?
Yeah, I knew all the shotguns. Well, yeah, the shotguns were everybody say, oh, the shotguns originated in Gardena. Nah, the shotguns originated right off of Century in between Western and between Van Ness. That's where the shotguns originated from right there. Then they expanded to down by Gardena. And then
Man,
Kelsey, he moved off. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
let me respond. Casper, um, I can't see every question, and I already did my disclaimer that I'm not gonna get to every question. I set that off the top. If you did a super chat and I missed it, I apologize. I just didn't see it, bro. I always give the super chats a priority. So what the hell is your goddamn question so I can ask Cutes for you, brother? I just asked him about the phone number, right? Now, what question did I miss? Okay, I'll post your pics, Charger. Let me check them out. Let me answer Casper's question first. Let me ask Casper's question first.
And
Come
tell
on,
homie to
Casper,
send me
come
a
with it.
picture.
Come with it, Casper. Can you ask Cutes, Gully Entertainment, what up? All right, while we wait on dude, can you ask Cutes if he remembers some of the craziest house parties in the 70s? And do you remember any parties around 69th and Hooper?
Yeah, I remember parties back over there. Well, I mentioned a crazy house party we were at, uh, and this was like a little later on. It was me, Moncrief. It was we had flipped the 7-8 hustlers in the 7-8 hustler Crips. They at first I was gonna tell them to drop the hustler, but I didn't want to lose them, so I let them keep the hustler. I said, okay, y'all could keep the hustler. So then, but as long as we had the Crip, it's all good. So we had a party over there. So one of the Durton brothers, the young one, I think his name was Stan. Stan was crazy. He wasn't the hardest Durton is Big Duke. Can't nobody touch Big Duke. But Duke, he was in YA. So he had got out. But Stan, it was me, Stan, and Herman Moncrief. And I went to the liquor store to get a taste. And when I came back to the house party, they said, hey, man, that dude got a gun. He's talking shit. And so we all got over there by the dude with the gun. We're going to take it. We're gonna take the gun. We already decided. We had a committee and we agreed, that we're going to take it. The best gun takers in South Central. Loaded guns of people who don't like us. So we moved in to get the gun. Somehow, this dude, his guardian angel, made him feel us, and he pulled it out and he let it go. Pow! And he shot Durton in the head. And then he ran. We chasing him, and he's shooting some more. Pow, pow, pow. He's running. We chasing him. He hits some gates. He gets away. We got to get the ambulance come, take Durton to the hospital. We are worried about him and everything. And so that was the craziest house party. But that ain't the only house party that we were at. And one of us got shot trying to take a gun. Instead
Okay,
of just leaving and saying, hey, man, the guy got a gun. Well, let's leave the party. No, let's take his gun. That was the mentality back then.
okay. I got the picture of your buddy, but Kev Mac, can you ask OG Cutes if he could tell us a long Raymond Watson story, please? since he didn't get to it last time.
Show me that picture. I can't see it.
Oh, your phone tripping?
Yeah, more no. My phone is cool. I'm by a good satellite. Let me see. Everything is up. Yeah, everything's good on my phone. I still got a little juice left in it. You want me to give dude a good Raymond Washington story or what?
Yeah, go ahead and give us a Raymond Washington story,
Okay,
man.
so
Not a long one, though.
no, it ain't gonna be too long. It ain't gonna be long at all. It'll be just reasonable. Okay, so the year is 1971. We all know Raymond went in around 72. So the year is 71, and so we all end up on Crenshaw. Okay, it's me, Raymond, Michael Conception, uh, a host of reputable Crips, Mouse, uh, Rusty's there. We all there, but they went inside. They went inside the dance. We outside in front of the dance. So uh, me and Michael Conception, we went over and started fighting these dudes that was like crossing the street on Crenshaw. So we start fighting them in the middle of the street. Boom, 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 boom. So we in the middle of the street fighting. Now more dudes is coming, and they get in the best of us. And then, but we can't make it back across the street to call our reinforcement out. So a girl or someone goes inside of the dance and says, hey, Cutes and Mike's outside fighting. All these dudes is jumping on them. So now everybody unloads out of the dance, runs out into the street. Now we are fighting in the middle of Crenshaw. So this dude gets the bet. He gets on Raymond. So they separate Raymond from us. So this other dude, he tries to get Raymond. And now me and Mike, we break loose from these dudes are older than us too. So I'm gonna tell you who we were fighting in a minute. So we break loose and we see the other dude that they trying to get Raymond. So we bombard them, beaming the Mouse and them all run up out of there. Now we get in the best of them. Now we beating them, we getting them, we knocking them out, we dropping them, we stumping them. We just tearing up. Traffic then stopped on Washington. It's getting bad now, and we cripping hard and we putting it down. And then these dudes, the ones that could go. So they leaving. Motherfuckers are still trying to put in work on them and stuff. So these dudes were the karate dudes. So we fought the karate dudes that night. And the karate dudes were coming to get us. So the karate dudes, they heard that we would be coming up here. So this was the night they were going to come and give us their medicine. But this was the night when we came deep and Raymond was with us. And they couldn't handle that. They couldn't handle the power of Raymond. They couldn't handle his blows. They couldn't handle his thug. It was like a mad bull running through the herd. It was like being in that place. What is it called? Botswana, or where did everybody go to running of the bulls? That's how Raymond looked going through them. He looked like that, like the running of the bulls. He was just dropping them. I was like, what? And Raymond was just, man, we was just mopping them like football. And at first they were there, they were getting us. They was getting us for every bit of 7 minutes. They was getting us until that lady ran inside of the dance and got all our boys up out of there. So that's one good story with Raymond.
Okay, bro needs a story on the guy Lucius.
Okay, so Lucius, I got 2 stories with Lucius. I give you this one on Lucius. So the Magnificent Seven. We all went in. We were in the Brown Skylark. So Miles, me, Chucky, Rusty, Todd. We want to go watch the movie. So we want to go watch. I think it's Black Killer or some movie we want to go watch, but it's downtown. And the downtown is either going to be Brim Day or Crip Day. or it's just gonna be both day. This particular time, it was brim day. So we park our car in the alley. Behind the shows is an alley. So we take our car and we park it back up in the alley. We get out of our car and we walk to the front on Broadway and we going into the World. So we get up to the front of the World, and now so Three Brims is standing outside, Chicken Head is standing out there, Kennedy's out there. These is Liso Village Brims. So they standing out there, and then there he is, Lucius. He's standing over to the side. I spot him, he spots me. He knows me, you know. And I look at Lucius, he looks at me. Lucius tries to make me think that he's not looking. Lucius trying to make us think that he don't see us. So he carries on like, you know, whatever he was doing, acting all happy, playing and shit. But he went back inside of the show. I told Mouse, I said, hey man, Lucius just spotted us, dog. What we gonna do? He says, we going in. I says, but it's full of brims. We the only Crips here. He says, I don't care, we going in. I said, all right, so we go in. Man, there was so many damn brims, man. And so we all in the middle of where you go by the popcorn, you know, all that's carpet. So we all standing up there. So we had like a standoff and shit because we had 38s. They had a 22. I remember we saw their 22. So we standing up in the middle of the lounge. I guess when you come out, when the show lets out and everybody go by popcorn, I guess that's the lounge. So we all in the lounge, you know, of the show, and the Brim just talking. When we talking, you know, we standing there. Ain't nobody getting too close because the only thing we could do, we can't fight all of them. So the only thing we could do is get the busting. The only thing they could do is try to rush us, but they don't do it. They don't rush us. So they just say, hey, man, y'all in the wrong show, man. Like that. Y'all in the wrong show. Like that. And then Mouse say, come on, man, let's go. So we turn, we go. Mouse said, do not run. So I said, all right. So we walk out slow, walk to the alley, get back to the alley. I shoot one time up in the air. I go, pow, like that to let them know we packing, you know, let them know we got heat too. You shoot one time in the air, it keeps people from following you all the way up in the alley. So we get to our car, we get inside of our car, we go, we pull up. We don't feel good because we feel like we got punked, you know, but that, you don't win them all, you know. So that's one time with Lucius. Another time with Lucius is in 1979. So I'm up at Mr. Spirit's liquor store. Lucius pulls up in a green Riviera, and he say, Cutes, let me holler at you, man. So I come over to the car. I say, what's up, Lucius? He say, hey, man, you know my old lady stay on 71st down the street from Chucky Madison, because Chucky moved over there with his grandmother. And I said, oh, yeah. He said, yeah, man, I got kids by her. I said, so what you saying? He said, man, is it cool if I be coming through here? I said, yeah, Lucius, you can come through here, man. I said, but don't be doing funny business and shit. He says, nah, bro. He says, I'm just going to come up through here, visit my old lady, visit my kids, and be out of here. I said, no, you could come through here and you can hang out over there. I ain't tripping. We ain't tripping. You know, so after that, me and Lucius, we were cool because we were getting older, you know, and we had already had conflicts. And Lucius taught Rusty how to jump off the diving board. You know, we knew Lucius from Harvard Park before there were even gangs and shit. I guess when they called, it's like Elgin said, they called themselves, I guess, the Hat Gang or I guess that's when they were the Apple Hat Gang. But I was too young to remember that. I don't remember the Apple Hat Gang, you know. But those are two stories right there.
All right. For the brother that says he sent a picture of Joe Ransom, I didn't get it, man. So check your email or your DMs and make sure it went through because there ain't nothing on my end.
I got stories about Joe Ransom too.
All right, hold him in case.
No, but we're gonna hold him on another day.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, when we get the picture. Big Joe Ransom, his little brother Devil, and his other little brother, and his sister and his mom. I know the whole family. He used to stay on 105th off of Normandy. between Normandy and Butler. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to start getting ready to go to work, you guys.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Make sure you don't go in nobody's locker.
It's crazy, man.
Hey, Q, you
Yeah.
remind me of the type of person that you open up your locker and you got 2 pigeons in there that you're trying to breed. And you bring the little feed with you. So you throw it off in the locker when you open up the locker.
All right.
All right, bro.
All right. Hey, maniacs, y'all do good, man. I see y'all later on. All the youngsters out there, y'all take some off of it. Live to see another day. Y'all be cool, man.
Hey, did you work out today?
Nope, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna start working out until Monday. I'm gonna start back Monday.
All right.
It just don't feel right. I'll start back Monday.
All right, bro. Take it
All
easy.
right, bro. For sure.
All right, that's it for OG Cutes, y'all. Let's see if the picture came through. So we'll get to the picture next time Cutes is on, bro. Yeah, I got the picture. Okay. And that nigga Afro was bigger than Tookie's, man. Tookie's was a lot neater, though. Dude was trying to send you a Big Joe ransom. Okay, I got it. I didn't get it from you, though. I got it from somebody that said you was trying to send it. So, Boulevard. Okay, got it. He had a big ass afro. Let's see. Good night, Cutes. Thanks for the stories. Misha G, what up? Hey, Kev, do you remember some older cat that used to post up at Ralph's shopping center on Crenshaw and Slauson? And if Cutes thinks this was a version of the Hat Gang, I don't know. I know when I was little, we used to post up at Ralph's and the gas stations and ask for quarters and shit, so we could go play video games. I love my wife. Good looking out. You ever run across James Miller when you were down? Nah. Cuse did time with him, but I didn't. I already got the picture, bro. Somebody else sent me the picture already. Jocko, what up, G? OG Bamm, Compton, what's up, man? Did you know that dude on the video I sent you? Let me send you a link, man. Send you a link, man. And Melly Mel, if you're watching, the link is for you too. Oh, well, shit, I don't know, man. I got one picture. Only one picture came through of Joe Ransom. So I don't know about no other picture of Joe Ransom, man. I mean, if you want to share your pictures, you can share them, bro. Just be aware that Jap is going to steal your pictures and Jap is going to post your pictures on Instagram like he know him. He's going to post your picture and he's going to wait for you to leave a comment and say who it is. Then he's going to put the name up there. He's going to edit and put the guy's name up there like he know him. And then he's going to pretend like the picture came from that dude or his family. So be careful. I mean, if you want to send a picture, go ahead and send it. I'll post it. You may want to watermark it, but he's going to get rid of your watermark too. And then he's still going to post it like the family sent that picture. So, all right. Jap hasn't learned yet that if you keep posting pictures of rolling 60s, your accounts are going to keep getting taken down. So, Jap, if you're listening, which I know you are because you watch all the lives so you can steal pictures, quit posting rolling 60s and you won't have to keep making new Instagram accounts. Like, you don't understand that you keep posting personal pictures from our photo albums that nobody else have, and that we know you're taking the watermarks off of the pictures because those are our pictures. Those are not the homies' pictures or pictures from Google. Do you know that? So you keep posting our pictures, you'll keep making Instagram accounts. Okay? You get it? So Instalokes, we love LA County, OG Jap, OG Jap 2, OG Jap 3, OG Jap 4, OG Jap 5, Jap's backup account. Yeah. All them accounts. All right, just got a picture. Let's see if it came through. Image sent general. Okay, this is a different picture. Okay, I got another picture of Joe Ransom. So we got two pictures of Joe Ransom. A high school pic, and the other one looks like a prison pic. Wait, who is it? Oh, they go Bam, y'all. What's up, Bam?
What's up, Kev Mac?
Man, I'm gonna start
Man,
doing like
welcome
you
on the
OG
break.
niggas. I'm gonna start doing like
Huh?
you OG brothers. Y'all put y'all cash apps as your name. I'm gonna start doing that shit too. So they'll
I
always
got
see
that
my
on Kev
picture.
Mac.
You and Cartoon
Hey,
do
yeah,
that.
but I got that video. I called you. I ain't gonna
I
never
was asleep
elaborate on
on
that.
that.
I ain't gonna never elaborate on that.
I was asleep,
Huh?
bro. So what happened? Do you know him?
Yeah, you know I know him, but I ain't gonna elaborate on me. You got to talk about that over the phone.
No, I don't want you to elaborate. I just want to know if you knew him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because nobody
See
else
him
I
on
think you knew the brother.
the regular. That's
Oh, all right. He out already. All right.
Yeah,
Say no
yeah,
more. Say no more.
yeah, yeah.
You looking good,
Uh,
man. What you got? A fresh wax haircut?
no, I'm gonna go get a haircut tomorrow.
Oh, it look like your head shining like Kojak or something.
That's my forehead. That's my forehead. You got jokes, Kev Mac. I got to watch you, man. But y'all seen
I
we
was
had
being
Cubes on there
serious
earlier.
though, man.
What's up, though?
Not much, man. Somebody said Melly Mel say I'm shady. I'm thinking it's a what do you call one of them provocateurs, people that stir up shit, or people that get information from somebody and run and go tell you. So I was just saying if you and Melly Mel was on deck, y'all could click the link.
What's it? I woke up to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Immediately made a few phone calls. Hey, check this out, man. If you was shady, you'd have put that on your own podcast. No, you ain't no shady motherfucker, homie. You sent that to the individual you supposed to send it to. You know what I mean?
Right.
I respect that. You know what I mean? Hey, Kev Mac, for somebody ain't never been up on the paperwork, you know how to play politics just right. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a compliment. That's not
Right.
no point of belittling, right?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of cats doing them videos in the penitentiary like that. And watch this. The only people exposing them is the Mahindas.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
But a lot of us that knew about that. You know about it. So we got I always been one man. I might have a few big homies. I consider dudes big homies and was mentors in the pen for me, but I always was one that know how to do my own thinking for myself. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't about me running with Kev Mac, and I'm trying to keep Kev Mac image immaculate. I got to keep Bam image immaculate, right?
Right.
Watch this. I was doing a lot the other day, and I finally understood where that bullying shit come from about me.
Yeah,
I had to
where it come from?
reevaluate some. I had to when Scoring them and Andy Sumo them gave me a lot of rank, man. That was too much power for a young kid to have. I misused that power. I became a bully with that power. You feel me? I became a bully with that power. But I didn't realize that, chat, when you said it, it made me do, I had to go do some deep pondering and reevaluate some things I did in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was that, you know what I mean? I'm just glad I never caught the bad end of the stick of being a bully. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I'm always try to keep it 100 on anything that's dealing with me in prison. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get on nobody podcast or even on my own little channel and try to put 100 on the 10 to try to make myself more than what the fuck I was. Feel me? I was a
Well, you
CCO
know,
member.
I don't know if you watched all of Monster Cody's interview we did, but Monster said something similar, but it was more at the end of CCO. He said, man, he felt so much power, he didn't want to give up that power. He didn't want to relinquish it. So he
Listen to me.
Go ahead.
And that's how I was, right? Even when we disbanded CCO, I still had some influence in the Compton court, right? I can hear the Jordan motherfucker immediately say, well, Bam got the keys, right? But you have dudes in the shadows that wasn't physically challenging that. They was using propaganda to say, well, he ex CCO, man. That's the narrative he trying to push while he got the keys to this court, right? But I mean, when a motherfucker coming off the visit, Kev Mac, and he bring you half his sack, parts of his sack. Hey, you know, that was power, man. I was a young dude in prison. I went to the pen when I was in my 20s, man. You know, my early 20s, you know what I mean? I seen my 30s, 40s, and 50s in prison. Yeah. So that was a whole lot of power, right? I experienced that on the streets. I remember one day me and my homie go up to the barber shop. He thinking I'm going up there to get a haircut. But I picked up some bread. He said, man, that's why you came up here, man, to get some money. You feel me? Like I was pressing. I'm like, no, man, it's just how motherfuckers do. Right? But like Cody said in his book, hey, homie, as young kids, when we had that power was bestowed upon us, we didn't mislead people. We misled it ourselves because we didn't know how to handle that power. You understand what I'm saying? We misled ourselves into believing we was more than what the fuck we was. Yeah. And it made people dislike us. You understand what I'm saying? It made people dislike us as an individual. It made people dislike us as a collective that we was representing. Right. You know? And most dudes.
They said, can you stop eating on camera, man?
Hey, I got that. I'll do that.
What you drinking, man?
I'm drinking a brisk, man. I can't drink no liquor at my job, Kev, man. Although they be having parties at this.
I'm just asking what you're drinking, man. You know, that's all.
No, I'm drinking ice cold brisk, a brisk iced tea, right?
They said Bam has to be the most used LA gang name. Did it come from the Flintstones?
Did it come from? No, my nickname is Bam Bam. Well, I used to spray paint on the walls and didn't have enough time to write the whole name Bam Bam out. So I went from Heron stole Lil Bam on me. I went from being Lil Bam to Young Bam, from Young Bam to OG Bam. You know, I got two little homies named after me from my hood. So some people call me Big Bam and all that, but I'm OG Bam, man. You know what I mean? Me and Bam from 111, the only one spell our names with 2 M's. You understand what I'm saying? Most Bams spell their name with 1 M. I'm surprised you ain't watching that Golden State game, Kev Mac.
Man, I don't care about no basketball, football, or nothing else right now.
You don't?
No, but I did want to see that Laker game, though. Ask Bam what non-affiliated gangsters whose names rang bells during the 80s and 90s in Compton.
In Compton?
In prison.
In prison?
Or from LA in Compton in prison.
Shit, Dexter, man. I forgot Dexter's name, but Dexter was off the west side, Kev Mac.
Okay.
Dexter was off the west side. He was a jacker. I think Dexter Jackson, light skinned, a little darker than you, had that good curly hair. Watch this. This is the first dude gave me. He came on a violation, man. He fired his broad in San Quentin. That's how good San Quentin was getting so much money. He fired his woman. He shook his woman. He was getting so much money. He got out, come back on a violation, come to Old Folsom. He gave me some red and white shell-toed dealers. He said, hey, Bam, I like you. He had a stack. He had some photos of broad's ass so next, and I wanted them pictures. I said, let me have them pictures when you go home. He said, you wear these shoes, I'm gonna give them to you. This first dude ever said, man, I'm gonna look out for you when I go home. So I said, Sumo or Kite say, man, can I put on these red and white shoes? I don't want nobody to be tripping. He said, man, you're a grown ass man. I was gonna cover the red up with a black mark. I put them motherfuckers on and went on the business. My mom like, look at my baby and these little shell toes, right? Dex went home about 30 days later, man. I got a $200 money order and a package 90 days later from Dex. Dex was getting money. He was one of them old jackers that Jack, I ain't talking about, he was a jacker. 9 out of 10, you probably knew Dex. Had a Jag one time then. Then was another dude named BJ Benjamin Montgomery. His name rang up in the pen. He was non-affiliated. You feel what I'm saying? Biggie Rat out of Washington, even though he lived in Nixon, but he was non-affiliated. He was with the business. They names rang, man. They were soldiers. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of other ones, right? But ask me what side they're associated with. Non-affiliated brothers that be riders in the pen, they pick a side of who they want to be affiliated with. The penitentiary used to call them dudes sympathizers, not saying sympathizers in a negative way, but that's just who they associated themselves with. You understand what I'm saying? And it was a lot of dudes that wasn't Damus that ran with the Damus, a lot of dudes that wasn't Crips that ran with Crips. And they was just soldiers. They was jacking partners with dudes. You understand what I'm saying? They was jacking some of these dudes, especially like Stag. Stag knew a lot of the jackers. Because Stag from the 60s was a jacker.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he had a whole lot. Stag had a whole lot of player partners up in there, and they was players. You feel me?
Did you know Domino from Harlem?
Also, huh?
Did you know Domino from Harlem?
No.
Okay.
But like Dennis Johnson. I didn't look, Dennis Johnson was a real Harlem, right?
Yeah.
But Dennis Johnson had 8 million stories. You understand what I'm saying? But it was a lot of dudes that was players, man, come from the streets that was players, and they're associated with whatever neighborhood they grew up close to. That's who they're associated with in the pen. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember when Stag was trying to go in and out of court. That's when I first started selling weed in the pen. Stag was like, hey, man, look out for me. Oh, no, I ain't going to be helping you obtain shit, but you can help yourself. You know, when I learned some of this shit from you, Stag was a cold hustler up in there. Stag got real fat on me before it went on. Stag taught me how to play chess and YA, man. You know, but
Stag was a chess player.
Hey, watch this. He taught me how to play chess and Nellis. I beat Stag and Solidad. He said, run it back. I said, I ain't gonna never play you again, man. I beat the teacher, man. I ain't got to play you no more. I beat you. You taught me how to play. I beat you. You can't use no excuses talking about the yard was cold, the seagulls was sitting out there. I beat you. So I don't want no get back. I got bragging rights. I beat the teacher that taught me how to play. But Stag was a good brother. You know what I mean? I forgot his crimey name, Stacy or something. I forgot his crimey name. You feel what I'm saying? But I spoke with some of them West Side cats like Anthony Hatchett before he when he got fell from the courthouse and got paralyzed. That was the big homie. His crimey Curtis. You understand what I'm saying? Like my first celly from the 60s was Looney.
Big Looney?
Legs Looney, Charles Lloyd. Yeah, Charles Lloyd. A lot of people don't know that's Big Looney. That was my first celly. I'll never forget. Him and Debbie got married 1985, 85 or 86, September 23rd on my mother's birthday.
Man, I got a picture from way back then. You probably was with him then. You know, Looney was one of my Crip influences. I will put Looney in my top 4. Looney was one of my top 4.
Motherfucker was telling Looney, don't put me in the cell, right? That came Big Eddie boy. You know, he just started this little prison. Don't put that dude up in there, man. Dude, CCO, man. I go up there, can't no motherfucker tell me I can't come in no cell. Once they say this one I'm going, I'm coming in there. And me and Looney got tight the motherfucker, man. Looney was giving me a whole lot of game about what was, that's the dude told me about Primos. I thought Primos was PCP. Looney like, no, man, that's rock cocaine rolled up with weed and tobacco, right? And him and Debbie got married. My ex-bro got in my business. When Looney went on a family visit, the girl stayed up there. Girl Debbie brought her up there. She stayed up there in Monterey, in Salinas at a room, and came to see me for the whole 2 days. Looney was on his family visit. That's my boy, man. Legs Looney, man. I used to take your boy leg when he used to fall asleep. I used to take his leg and put it in the top bunk with him.
Oh,
that was my boy, man. Charles Esquire Lloyd. That was my boy.
Yeah.
That was my boy. Then me, him, like.
He did he ever tell you how his leg got cut off?
Yeah, a train or some Looney. Hey, but watch this. That handicap didn't stop Looney. Looney was with the business, though.
Yeah.
Looney was with the business, man. Me and Looney used to stay up in the cell late at night. When they rolled, watch this. When they rolled Big Woody up, Looney the one told me, he said, man, they gonna come get you in about a week. Within 5 days, I got rolled up too. You feel me? But Looney used to keep a motherfucker focused like a motherfucking with Cellies, man. We used to stay up all night watching Jackie Gleason, the Honeymooners, and playing chess. Looney used to play the shit out there chess too. You feel me? And that was my partner, man. That was my partner. That was my partner. Me, him, Eddie Boy was down there. J-Dog, dark ass, he was down there, wanted to skate real good. He was down there. You feel what I'm saying? We used to just chill, man. We used to just chill. You know?
KP want to know if you knew Bam Bam, original Hoover Crip, 9 Deuce, or A-Tray Hoover.
I'm on both of the Bam from A. No. Talking about Bam, Mad Bam from A-Tray Gangster, a Big Bam, a Leon, Lil Bam from A-Tray Hoover.
He's talking about from Hoover. You talking about Leon Washington?
Yeah.
I don't know which one he talking about. I was in there with Bam Tookie's crime.
Well, that's Sims and them big brother.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's Tony Bam.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what y'all call him?
Yeah, well, you know, hey, man, LA got more Bams than Compton Bams. It's like Sixers got more rocks than anybody. You feel me? To me, the Sixers came up with the nickname of the Rocks. Then they came with the Kev Max, the S Max, and all that, right? Like Compton got the Bows behind their name. But we call them, everybody, like independent, somebody say Bam from Compton, so Compton Bam. You feel me? Bam from Compton. Where you from, they try to put that on there. You feel me? Because me and Bam from 11 Deuce Hoover was real tight. You feel me? Me and Lil Bam was real tight. Leon, we was real tight. You know? But shit, I just been, but yeah, man, it's a trip. Now, I meant to ask you, when I first met you, Kev Mac, did you know Looney? No, I knew you had to know, because both of y'all from the 60s. But I meant to tell you, the same way I fuck with Kid Rock, that's how I fuck with Looney, man. That was my boy, man. Looney was my partner, man. You feel me? When I come down, when he caught the hot one, I think, I came down to the county and I seen him. He was on his way to court. He was going to some court and I was going to Compton court. Threw me some candy bars and shit. I said, I'm in a hurry to get back to the pen. I don't want to be in this county jail like this too long, man. You know what I mean? Told me don't get caught up. Looney was like, you know, dude, I was up on the paperwork. Looney used to like, don't get caught up under a lot of controversy up in here, man. You feel me? It was some things I could have got caught up in, and Looney pulled my coattail on him like, that ain't y'all business, man. Looney was one of the first Crips I heard say this too, man, in prison. You think I'm lying, Kev Mac? Yeah, y'all might be running this pen, that CCO shit, but all Crip business ain't y'all business. You know what I'm saying? So, and I respected that, because it'll make motherfuckers from a neighborhood dislike you from getting in their business. I understood what Looney was saying when he was giving me that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I got caught up in somebody's business, a neighborhood business, and I took the side the side I took wasn't cool. I was supporting the motherfucker that wasn't cool, right? And Looney the one was like, don't get caught up in that, man. Step away from that one. You feel me? So I
Hey,
understood that. But I got to get back to work. I just want to
okay.
tap in with you, Kev Mac.
All right, for sure,
Appreciated
bro.
that video.
Yeah. All
All
right,
the
take it easy.
maniacs, Mac heads. Y'all have a good one. All right, later.
Yeah, OG Bamm, y'all. He gave a shout out to the Mackids and Maniacs. You know, y'all get all the love. Like, everybody shouts y'all out. Y'all get shouts out from every YouTube channel with gang content. If not, then that means they don't like us. If there's any channel with gang content dealing with black gangs on YouTube and they don't shout out y'all, then they haters. How you gonna not shout out the Mac Kids and Maniacs? Y'all the OGs. Y'all the OG viewers. The OG viewers. Y'all the originals. Y'all the ones that kept me going. Y'all the ones had me coming on here when I didn't know how to get in front of a camera and shit. Y'all the ones had me buying internet, Wi-Fi and shit. But yeah. What up though, y'all? Well, we gonna stay on here all night. I mean, we done already did 2 hours. Y'all want to do 2 more? What's up? Boulevard say, on my mama. Peace, OG Bamm. Man, them night chats during COVID was class. You ain't lying. I had fun back then. I think that's really what shaped me and molded me. And that's actually when everybody else wanted to come out with a channel. That got everybody wanting to get a channel. And you know what people don't realize? People don't realize when I started doing this shit, wasn't no cash out. There was no cash out. Super chat was a new thing, right? And back then, you couldn't even get all these commercials on your videos, so it was hard to get a penny. They come up in here where you can have multiple commercials. You get a free audience because Kev Mac done already built up an audience. You getting an All Hood publication audience. You getting the Kev Mac video audience. You getting the KM video live stream audience. They came when it was paper made. It was already laid out for them. So they actually benefit without having to go through the same struggle that I went through. Y'all remember that shit though? I ain't complaining. I mean, it was fun. It was a learning experience. And that's why I stay a step ahead of most. The trend basically follows Kev Mac videos, right? Kev Mac videos is like the YouTube trendsetter in a lot of ways, right? I've been with you when you first started. Good looking out. Appreciate that. Jacob said, I remember Kev. Yep. Oh my G, what's the deal, homie? What's up? 415. What was Alicia Mammy back then, though? Was Crystal on deck? Was Western Ave on deck back then? Mo Black was on deck because I met Mo Black in Houston. That was damn near 4 years ago. Matter of fact, it's been pretty soon. It's gonna be 4 years since I met Mo Black in Houston, Huts in Houston, right? So they've been on deck for a while. I don't know if I was around in 2013 though, bro. I mean, you might be putting a little too much sauce on that, homie. Which reminds 2014 still might be a little too much mild on there. But check this out though. Somebody left me a comment. So this is 2 days in a row. Remember, I said I think 3 haters in all these months. So the third hater left a comment this morning or yesterday, and it's under the slow speed chase. He says, I'm putting a little too much on these stories. Well, my thing is, the slow speed chase, what's so extra loud about that? Like, nigga, that's probably one of the most believable or weakest stories I could tell, nigga. Like, where am I putting too much onto that? Then, nigga, like, the videos and the paperwork don't help go along with the story. Like, it don't help show a little bit of credibility. Like, you got niggas that do a whole hour video talking about some shit, and they ain't got nothing to support, nothing to back it up. They ain't got no proof that they was even there. Huh? Am I lying? Tell me if I'm lying, y'all, for real. Am I lying? OG Steve The marathon continues. But for real, don't people get on, like it's one dude, right? He don't even have a YouTube channel that I know of. But he's all on everybody's YouTube channel. He's been on every YouTube channel but Kev Mac video. And he's always talking. And his little interviews and shit be long. He be having these long interviews with 10 parts and shit, right? He always talking and telling some LA history. Show us something. Show us anything. Like, can you show us anything? Yeah, you know a lot, but anybody can know a lot if you got a photographic memory or you asking people their story. Yeah, you can repeat their story, but was you there? Was you part of? Did it really go the way you say it went? Like, I got homies, and I got critical homies, and I got homies that are critical thinkers, and I got homies that do a lot of bagging. Nigga, they will wear me out if they caught me on here lying or putting some extras on something. And yeah, I ain't even got off into the Crip module stories yet. If they don't believe them old stories that's my stories and the module, what they gonna do then? They gonna be ready to cut their wrists when I start telling them stories. Right? And to the dude from Stockton, that had a problem with me saying how we used to go up into Stockton and we didn't have the same gang problems as we had in LA. Like, it was so much easier in Stockton. And I said Stockton was slow. Negro, I try to explain to you that they had to call Hawthorne and Lennox to come up there and help them out. Nigga, if that ain't enough to let you know that Stockton was slow, and then I said you would run across some problems, depending on who you ran across, you would run across some problem. I said that multiple times. Nigga, if you cannot digest that in your head, I'm sorry, bro, you got an insecurity problem that you need to go have checked out. Like, I was not dissing Stockton. I was not dissing the population of Stockton. But if you had a problem with that, nigga, you would hate to hear some real shit. Like, nigga, did your mama and daddy hold you on their lap and lie to you and tell you Santa was real when Santa really comes down your chimney at night, nigga? Like, how was you raised, nigga? Did they hide the truth from you all your life? Or what's going on, nigga? Or are you Mr. Stockton? Like, nigga, did your grandpa find Stockton back in the day, nigga? Like, you sounded real offended. And I was like, damn, what's homeboy problem? Like, damn, nigga, it ain't like Stockton is Oakland or LA, nigga. Like, Stockton ain't Watts or Compton or even nowhere in the 415, nigga. Like, what's your problem, nigga? You in the 209. You got an issue with that? Nigga, it's a compliment that you niggas wasn't gangbang. I'm sorry that y'all didn't start gangbanging Crips and Bloods in 69. My bad, homie. In 69 in Stockton, nigga, y'all was playing with frogs, tadpoles, nigga, walking through grass fields, jumping on empty trains. Come on, nigga. I spent some time in Stockton, nigga. I know. Y'all was driving bombs, nigga, and Adidas with 4 stripes. Y'all had Nikes backwards. Come on, man. I know what's going on in Stockton, nigga. Want me to break out pictures, nigga? Like, dude, don't feel like that, man. We talking about the mid 80s, homie. Like, don't be so offended, homie. That's just how it was. Where did y'all get your dope from? Where did y'all get your crack from? Why was LA niggas in Stockton? Come on, just talk to me. Come talk to me. Why did the Oakland niggas have so much pull in Stockton? Come on, man, answer the questions, man. Quit being so offended. And you know what I'm saying? You kind of telling on yourself. Like, nigga, was you even born or was you one of them soft niggas that let us just walk right past you and take your sack out your hand? I'm just trying to figure it out because I wouldn't be so offended if a nigga say he came through View Park and it was an easy walk into T&D liquor store or something, nigga. I mean, facts is just facts, nigga. It wasn't no diss. It was no disrespect. Did you hear the part my mama was from up there? My grandmama? Did you hear that part, nigga? I got uncles, aunts, sister and brother lived up there. Come on, man. Like, listen to the damn story, nigga, and quit being so offended. I'm just saying, man, I could pull out Stockton pictures, nigga. I could pull out pictures when I was a kid in Stockton if I have to. And grandma. and my sisters and brothers. Probably did smell like gas up there, man. It was probably melted down crack because they were so slow. You would take vitamin B12 and procaine to stock. Like you didn't even have to take real dope to stock it. You take 1 ounce and you make 9 ounces of procaine and vitamin B12, and they would smoke the shit. You know, you take your chest buster and your whack dope up to Stockton. They're like, they didn't even have fire in Stockton. Like they smoked so much B12, nigga, they probably had healthy hair and healthy skin, nigga. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, them empty trains was fun. Lucky I never got my foot or my leg ran over, that's for sure. You guys have 6th grade camping your day? If so, where was the camps you got sent to? I never went camping, man. I never went camping. I went to field trips to like the Pike, Catalina Island, and stuff like that. I never went camping, man. You gotta remember, this is the Kev Mac that's afraid of wild animals. I'm the Kev Mac that's afraid of snakes and shit, right? So no, I wasn't doing no camping, homie. If I was camping in 6th grade, nigga, you know how many babies I would have? Like, nigga, I would have been kicked out of school and camps forever as mannish as I was in 6th grade. Like, I was so curious in 6th grade, nigga. I was sticking my tongue down every girl's throat. I don't know, man. I wouldn't have survived camp in 6th grade. I'll tell you that right now. I grew up camping, but we really stayed in a cabin. Now, we used to go to cabins, but it was so cold, we didn't go outside. Like, it was snow. I remember we got snowed in the cabin. We used to go to Big Bear and Crystal Lake. But that was the family. That wasn't no camping with the school, right? I had my first child, and I'm trying to tell you, man, I would have had like 3 or 4 back then, man. Shit, you playing with me? I'm the same guy who used to take girls in the lost and found. Like, come on, let's go to lost and found and see if we find that coach you didn't lose. I'm the guy who used to be the ball monitor. Come on, let's go check out the kickballs and see if they got enough air in them. That was me. I was that type of nigga, right? What youngsters wasn't managing? Oh, no, man. Are you kidding me? See, this is where the whole square versus gang member beef begins. Because the little girls used to like the gang, man. They used to like the thugs, and the square couldn't get no girlfriend. The squares wasn't squeezing booties or tapping booties or sticking their tongue in their mouths back then. So let me take you back to 6th grade, nigga. My square buddies, they didn't have girlfriends, nigga. They didn't get to go to the lost and found with a. They didn't get to go to the bottom floor of 54th Street School building with a girl, nigga. Nigga, they didn't hug up with a girl on a playground after school. So when you get to 7th grade, these niggas already don't like you. These niggas mad because you more advanced than them, nigga. Like, they didn't have the heart to squeeze a girl booty because that girl was going to turn around and slap them. She was going to tell a thug nigga, stop it, don't touch me. She was going to slap the shit out of square nigga. Somebody tell me I'm lying. I see what I'm saying. Deuce was trading Pokemon cards in 6th grade. Nigga. I was the Pokemon in 6th grade. Nigga, I'm trying to poke something in 6th grade. Fool. I'm just saying, because remember now, we used to go up to Oakland and Frisco, right? So moms had this friend that was a hoe, and her daughter wanted to be like her mama. So her daughter who was a year older than me, was teaching me the game already. Like I was bringing that up north gang, that pimp hoe gang back down to LA, nigga. Like they didn't have that shit up in View Park back then. You feel me? I mean, come on now. I mean, come on. Don't even take me there. Cause then my sister gonna be like, shit, who? I didn't know that. Like, what? Matter of fact, if my cousins in Frisco get a wind of this channel, they gonna be like, that nigga ain't lying. That nigga is not lying. And you know what's cold? I got a cold picture back then of me like lifting weights, doing some shit like I'm number one or something. That was the day they was teaching me how to get down with a female, because I had no clue, right? Only thing I ever heard was a dog barking when moms and pops was in the room. I didn't know what the hell was going on. The dog was trying to tell me something. I'm lying because Richard Pryor taught me everything I knew and shit. If I didn't learn it from Richard Pryor, I ain't never learned it. My man said he was humping all mom's friends' daughters. For real though. Cause back then you had the grown-ups in the front room and the kids, y'all go back in the back. Like y'all can't hear these conversations. Y'all can't hear these records we playing, right? So we all in the back. What else were we supposed to do? Y'all didn't give us no toys or nothing. Y'all didn't give the girls no Barbie and Kens. Y'all didn't give the boys no Rock'em Sock'em or no race car tracks. What the hell was we gonna do in the back room when you got 2-3 boys and 2-3 girls? One boy for every girl. All I'm saying is somebody tell me I'm lying, because we all been through this shit. Of course I watched Benny Hill. I used to go to school and pop people upside their head, for sure. Benny was an old pervert, though. We playing house. Hein go get him. What else? Spin the bottom. I'm just saying, man. I think it's time to go, though. Don't come home till the lights come on was our general rule. I heard that. Yeah, he was a pervert, man. I'm trying to tell you, he was a real pervert. Between him and Richard Pryor, nigga, it was no way I was going to turn out not to be a pervert. I'm serious, man. And I used to intentionally, like one of my homies that just passed, the last funeral I went to, he died at age 55, right? I think I'm trying to do the math. 40. So for like 43 years, 44 years, let me see, 55. So like 44 years, he would always say, man, I'll never forget you had me squeeze that girl booty and she slapped the shit out of me. I've been mad at you ever since. I mean, he had to live with that all his life. You should have grabbed her booty with a little more authority, and you shouldn't have acted like you were scared. You should have just went ahead and squeezed her booty, nigga, and pulled her towards you, nigga. She would have liked you a lot more. Or you should just threw up crip, nigga. She was going to like you for sure. I'm serious, though, man. Like, he used to get more girlfriends when we sported the blue Pumas and the blue corduroys. He would always somehow find and get him a woman when he dressed like that. But as long as he was dressing in that other shit, that dude couldn't get no woman. His whole crew, like none of them had no woman and shit in junior high school. Free R. Kelly. I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Much love. Thanks for checking in. Good looking out super chats. Shout out to Bamm and Cutes for coming on live. Y'all take it easy, man. Much love. Peace.